People often ask me, I have a modest budget and I want a really nice sized family cruising yacht. What can I buy? Well, this is a perfect example. This is a Westerly Seahawk 35 and it's going to tick everything on your list with an aft cabin, a good sized forward cabin, a dinette saloon area that makes up into extra berths, a really nice sized galley, chart table, centre cockpit, really safe for kids. It ticks every box. So let's have a little look around. So this boat will set you back £33,000, this actual boat on brokerage today. And what do you get for your money? Well, let's start here in the saloon. The first thing you'll notice is it's a lovely, lovely big seating area. And we have a centre fixed table, drop leaf, these lift up both sides. So you could seat 8 around this, easy. This also makes into a double bed, so you've got a double berth there. Storage all around, mirrored each side. And if we walk forward, we have the forward cabin. Before we get to the forward cabin, I'll show you in here, this is the heads. So we have a side heads, marine toilet, sink, a shower head that pulls out of the taps, and hot and cold pressurized water, and plenty of storage. We have a shower floor there and a hatch above us, and then opposite that we have storage here. Oops. See? And then the forward cabin. So we'll just walk forward. We've got twin, 2 V berths here, storage shelves either side, access into the anchor locker through that hatch there if you need it. This V berth arrangement will make up into a double. You can see the infill there up in the V. It fills in here and that creates the double berth. We have some hanging storage here. And we have a hatch above us here. Now these aren't new boats by any means, and you can see a little bit on this one, it is suffering with some headlining issues. This is affectionately known as the Westerly droop, very well known with Westerly owners. It happens to every single one ever built as far as I'm aware, and it just basically becomes unglued from the fiberglass that it is attached to. If we come into here, you can see it's been glued back here, but it's starting to come away again. This isn't too bad compared to a lot that I've seen. And if we just move back into the saloon area, I'll show you the main headlining here, and this is what you've really got to watch for. And this is in really good shape. This has been worked on at some point, I would imagine, because this is in really good condition for a Westerly. So a lot of these you'll see they're hanging low, or they've actually pulled out and come away. Some owners will replace this vinyl with carpet. Some owners will actually put boards up and just have a varnished wood finish there. But this one's not bad at all. So we're obviously in the saloon area here. This is the mast support. And we have galley and chart table. If I walk to the chart table first, so you've got a really nice size chart table facing stern, and we have instrumentation here. This is going to vary from boat to boat. If you're looking at this boat for the brokerage video, then it gives you an idea of what she has on board. If you're looking at this just because you're interested in Westerlies, Seahawks, or you're just interested in general, then this gives you an idea of what to expect. This particular boat is perhaps a little bit light on electronics compared to modern day standards, but we're not too bad. We've got a nice, relatively modern VHF digital selective calling radio, gas monitor, Navtex, that would be original, and then boat systems here. Webasto diesel heating, bilge pump panels. Under here we have storage for your charts, and that is a command mic. It plugs in up in the cockpit to move your VHF up into the cockpit. And then above you here you have your auto helm GPS instrumentation. Okay, so backing out from here, underneath the seat we have batteries and battery changeover switches. This boat's got 2 solar panels on board, so the charge controllers are in there as well. So let's head this way to the galley. So a striking feature again on the Seahawks is the size of this galley. It's a really workable size. So Westerly positioned it at the bottom of the companionway steps, nice and easy to step sideways into it. You have grab rails, so when you are at sea, you have somewhere to hang on to. You can lean up against here and here to keep yourself in place while you're at sea. We have 2 really nice sized sinks, hot and cold pressurized water, manual pumped water as well, gas hob, grill and oven, and then storage, 12-volt fridge, and loads of working area. It's really deep, goes back all the way. Nice storage here, mug storage so they can't fall out when you're at sea, plate storage across here, and sliding storage here. So a galley that is very workable, very good size, and always very well received for anybody buying a Seahawk. I've sold a few of these. Going aft, we've got a lovely walk through past the galley into a really generous sized rear cabin. We've got a fixed double berth here. This particular boat's got custom made mattresses, and what's really nice is you have seating here so you can sit down to get dressed, to get ready. You have a bit of storage here for putting jewellery and bits and bobs while you're asleep. You're not going to get thrown all over the boat if you are at sea on passage. You've got your own private wash basin here, and in that locker there we have storage, hanging storage here. So again, this really does make the boat, having this lovely private cabin, and this is what makes it such a good family cruising boat. 2 very separate, very private cabins. Okay, mechanicals. In here we have the Volvo Penta 30 horsepower diesel engine, shaft drive. There's the gearbox and shaft. Something to watch out for, the splines on these gearboxes. This one has been done. There is a modification that needs doing on the older ones because they can lose their splines. There's the shaft, there's the shaft seal here. That's been replaced a few times in the last few years. This is a dripless Volvo system. We have diesel filters for the engine and the Eberspacher diesel heating, header tank here, here, and this is your fuel tank. So your fuel tank is positioned above the engine, behind the companionway steps. Above us here is the binnacle. You can just about see the steering cables coming through there, and it's a good size engine bay to get in. This is rear access, you have front access as well, but it's a good size to get in there and do all your servicing work, etc. Right, let's head up on deck. So you've got steps leading up to the companionway. It is quite high, but they've designed the steps really well, so it's nice and easy to walk up there and straight outside. You've got a really nice hatchway here, good size, so you can just walk straight up and it doesn't feel like you are actually climbing the height that you are. So let's head out up into the centre cockpit. So we've got a very generous sized centre cockpit. This boat has flexi teak. They don't all have that, that is an addition. But this is a really good, deep, protected, safe cockpit. Just looking at the companionway, we have all our lines are led back into the cockpit just to make sailing much easier, especially if you are single-handed or short on crew. We have repeaters for your wind, speed, depth tridata, and we also have a mount here which is for Garmin GPS. We've got a good sized leather wrapped steering wheel with the autopilot ring, compass, engine controls and folding table that lifts up, and you are protected behind a really good sized spray screen. Walking forwards, got nice wide side decks. Here's the mast. Your boom is way above your head, so when you're stood at the wheel you're not going to get a clout. Lovely wide side decks. So we have a hatch here which is into the saloon, and then a hatch here which goes down into the forward cabin. And up right to the bow we have an anchor locker under there with an electric anchor windlass and foot controls here. Your anchor which is hung off the bow. Let's give you that view. You can really see the beam on the boat and how uncluttered the decks are. Lots of nice space to walk. You're not going to trip over or fall. This boat has 2 solar panels. If you're looking to buy this boat, these do actually need replacing. They've seen the best of their days. I believe this one is still working. They are still connected. But solar panels are a really, really good feature to have. They're putting, like on a day like today, I mean, this would be throwing power into the batteries charge. So you're a bit more self-sufficient. You don't need to worry about constantly being plugged into the shore power on the marina and running a battery charger. So good thing to have. Walking aft, we've got a really nice size spray screen here. And again, look how wide the decks are. And if I just kneel down, you can see how protected you are in this aft centre cockpit. It's really nice and deep. To the aft of the boat, we have a hatch here which goes to the aft cabin, and then we have a oval hatch here. That's your gas locker. And then we have a rectangular hatch here, and that's storage for fenders, warps, etc. We have a life raft slung on the stern rails, and if we look over the transom we have the sugar scoop, because she is the later version. So sugar scoop transom. And whilst we're talking about storage, for those of you that do not know, this is a locker, lazarette. I had to put the camera down there and I couldn't do it single-handed, but look how deep that is. There's actually a ladder for you to climb down in there. It goes all the way down. Massive, massive locker. You could put a dinghy in there, you can put all your ropes, all your fenders, all your equipment, anything you'd ever want to store, you can pop in there. See, this owner's put hooks here to hang things off because it's so deep. It's even got a window. That's a really good feature of these Seahawks. Okay, let's go and have a look at the helm because we are on the hard. So she is bilge keel, twin cast iron bilge keels. Which means she is absolutely perfect for mooring in a harbour, drying out, taking the ground. This particular boat was at the boat show when she was brand new. So that's why she has Seahawk 35 written on her bow. That's quite nice to see that that's still there, a little bit of history about the boat. She was an ex-boat show model. Got a really, you can see the beam, really good beam on them. Really excellent seagoing boats. Shaft drive, and there you can see her propeller shaft, P-bracket, nice two-bladed bronze propeller, protected by an anode, and a rotor cutter installed as well. And then a good sized rudder, so you've got excellent steerage. There's that centre cockpit. And the bow hung anchor on the electric anchor windows, of course. And if we just quickly walk around to the stern of the boat, you'll see, because she's a later design, she does have the sugar scoop. So you've got a really nice platform here to step onto if you're swimming off the boat, or indeed which is in the boatyard, such as this one. And then the ladder there, you can see here, which flicks down into the water, just to give you some access on board. That just about concludes the tour of the Seahawk 35. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like our channel. I'll pop a link to the channel here and a link to one of our other videos here, because we do tours of all of the boats that we have on brokerage and otherwise. So if you do like having a look around these boats, please do subscribe to us and remember to press that bell icon, then you're notified of every video that I upload. I would also like to hear your thoughts. I love reading the comments, so pop your comments down below. Is there anything that I didn't show that you'd like to see? Is there anything you'd like me to talk about that I don't talk about? Put your comments down there. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one.